And hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Concept Podcast, where I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. Back at you again today, just, you know, reporting live from wherever the fuck I'm at. I'm learning more and more, man. I've been exploring myself, videos, my atmosphere. By the way, the gang stalking shit continues. You know what I mean? You notice, but I'm starting to notice more. I think that there are minds that can technically control other minds, or minds just not in the right state of mind, um, being manipulated to play on others' um, peace, without well-being, mental fortitude, whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's like you have to be very in tune and aware and observe everything and try not to be so involved. You know what I mean? Um, I caught myself harkening back on something that I heard Elon Musk say before when he was talking about attack vectors and things like that. And I'm noticing that, the more and more I notice, the more and more I know. Somebody even said this shit to me is like the more and more you know, is like the more you understand about the environment around you, the more that you see how shit is like the more the harder it is for you to really live your life and be like, like normal, or, do shit the normal way, or just be a run of the mill person, or just try to have a normal life after you notice certain things. Once you notice certain things, you're going to want to live your life a certain way. It's either going to make you regress or progress, right? It's either going to make you go into a state of personal recession with yourself, or you're going to progress and go further because you're tired of dealing with the same people, the same environment, the same situations, the same problems and shit like that. And it's not all about the same people. It's like you'll realize that the shit continues, the pattern continues even with different people. So it's like, you just got to be mindful. I mean, I talk about it a lot. I say these things a lot because it's important to me. You know what I mean? I realize certain things that maybe a lot of people don't realize out there. You know what I mean? Maybe a lot of people don't see the shit that I see, or been through the things that I've been through. So they really don't know how to understand me, or grasp me, or maybe I come off different, weird, or quirky. Hey, it comes with the fucking territory. I ain't asked for this position. This position demanded me. And to be honest with you, I've been in a state of just stillness, just waiting. And I'm just tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting, and I'm tired of reaching out to others to cultivate. You know what I mean? I'm tired of reaching out to others to cultivate. I'm tired of trying to reach out to someone who feel like I could, you know, um, build something with, or create something with, or just, take my life and their life to the next level. I mean, especially when I see my path is very clear. The bullshit comes when I interact, when I get to interacting, when I get to doing this. Not everybody, not all my interactions, but every now and then when you get to interacting and shit like that, and you know what I mean. I guess it's searching for validation. They said that men search for validation and shit like that. I'm not searching for validation. What I'm searching for is companionship. You know what I mean? In whatever avenue you're taking in life, whatever venture you're taking in your life, whatever your life path is, you want a companion. You want somebody to walk by your side to help you out along this path. Even if it's not physically doing the work, or doing just moral support, just somebody to talk to about this or that is valuable. It's so fucking valuable. And I realized that I search for that, and I'm not, I search for that, and the more I search for that, it make me realize that I already have that. I have that right here. You know what I mean? This is why I started God Concept Podcast in the first place. You know what I mean? You guys, whoever the fuck is watching these videos and enjoying the information and just, sympathetic and not don't be sympathetic. Let's be more aware and just, to my situation, not only my situation, to your situation. You know what I mean? I have sympathy enough for my fucking situation. I don't need nobody else's sympathy or pity or anything like that. What I'd rather have is understanding. What I'd rather have is respect for what I'm going through because I'm respecting what y'all going through. I know what y'all going through, and this is some strange shit right here. I realize that I understand more about what you going through than you going through. Like I understand more about your situation than you may know about your situation. So you're looking at me like some type of way, like I may know more about your situation than you may know about your situation, just based upon my worldly view, based upon how I view the world, how I view situations, how I observe moving pieces and things like this. I'm very cautious because of this. You know what I mean? Because I see when shit is, you know what I mean, looking a little spooky, looking a little weird. Like I said, that mind game is crazy because, it's a manipulation game that's being played, even through people, through society, and all of that. And I'm tired of being a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't like playing the game with nobody. Worst part of it all, you can't really stop a motherfucker. I mean, you can, like, get the fuck out of here, get away from me. But to be honest with you, that's like becoming a bit antisocial. And I think I'm getting to the point where I've been antisocial for a long time, but I'm more of an omnivert, right? I could go from being antisocial to very sociable to what is it called? It's omnivert, it's extrovert, and it's omnivert, and then it's introvert, right? I was introverted for a long time. I was an introverted person, right? And I still am to some degree, but I can transition from introvert to extrovert, which makes me an omnivert. You know what I mean? And it's like I have to revert back to being an introvert. You know what I mean? I have to become that introverted version of myself because I have more to create. You know what I mean? And I kind of put my introverted self on the back burner to be more omniverted. So this way I can integrate introvert with extrovert and be that omnivert. But I'm noticing that being an omnivert and putting myself, you know what I mean, making myself available, right? Making myself available to anybody to talk to, anybody to smoke with or drink with, this or that. Just making myself available, period. It opens me up to what? More bullshit. It opens me up to not being able to get the things done that I need to get done. You know what I mean? It opens me up to having to deal with people. And not only that, you're opening yourself up to more people, right? I find myself being cool with some people that ain't cool with other people that I'm cool with. You know what I mean? You got this side, these people don't like that people. One morning, these people like these people, and then next minute they don't like each other. And then you sitting there, you like, I don't want to be involved in none of this shit. I don't care about your petty bickering, your disputes, this or that. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in this little bubble or space that we all occupying at one time. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not trying to burst nobody's bubble. I'm not trying to take over anybody's space. I'm not trying to occupy anybody's person that they become so accustomed to giving their fucking time and their energy to, right? I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm trying to live my life and be kind. You know what I mean? We're mankind. This is mankind, right? So we have to be kind to one another. That's mankind. Whether you're a man or a woman, we're kind. We're the same kind. So why not be kind to each other? I'm noticing that people take this kindness for weakness. You know what I mean? So I gotta, you know, kind of pull back on the kindness because that's who I am. But I'd rather be kind to myself by not allowing myself to be kind or miskind by somebody else. Because a person will act kind to you just so they could try to infiltrate and see what they could do, maneuver in your life and see what they could get from you and see what type of bullshit they could come up with. You know what I mean? Figure out how you feel about certain things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, and I gotta start being more aware of this, right? I gotta start being way more fucking aware of this, right? A long time, a large portion of my life, right, wasn't never online. But a lot of people know a lot of shit about me, even though I wasn't never online, right? A lot of motherfuckers know a lot of shit about me, even though I'm not online. Now, for the last, I'll say 5 years, right? And I'm giving way more than, you know what I mean? I've been doing the internet thing. I've been doing videos, gun videos where I, show guns and how to break them down, how to do upgrades and shit like that. I've been doing gaming videos where I'm doing streaming shit for GVG, my gaming game streaming thing, which I want to get back to. Um, I've been doing my podcast, Guy Concept Podcast. I've been doing music and I've been doing books, right? Mr. Pagan Literature and Entertainment. So I'm a very public person. I'm an open fucking book. So I gotta realize that a lot of people that I'm around, they may be being very coy, right? They may be being very like quiet to the fact that they know exactly who I am. They know exactly what I'm dealing with, right? I might not know them because I don't got no time or do I want to actually acquire about any information about any motherfucker out here that don't really got anything going on, right? But when you got something going on, me, which I got shit going on, they'll inquire about me secretly, right? And then they'll try to come up with different ways where they could come up and fuck my shit up because these niggas are crabs in the fucking barrel. And it don't matter which city or state you travel to, niggas are the same across the fucking board. They have hidden agendas and they're attached to hidden shit. They don't even realize that just them having the negative thoughts or negative energy allows the negative thoughts to transmute into something that's a control on their life. It's a mental control. Where now somebody's at the reins of their mind, manipulating them to antagonize me, right? And people don't realize that they're just being a fucking a demon horse for whatever demonic controllers out here on this earth. You're a fucking demon horse. A lot of these people are fucking demon horses being controlled by demonic forces on this earth. That's why just give me a few dogs, give me my children so I can teach them about shit like this so they can't be manipulated and controlled and fooled by a lot of you motherfuckers. Because these type of things is life and death situations, really, depending on how you handle certain things. I've been put in situations recently where it's like I know damn well I don't deserve this shit. You know what I mean? I've been put in situations and been going through different shit with different people on different levels, and I'm like, wow, you know, it really lets you see the dynamic of who treats you right and who treats you wrong. And the dynamic is very skewed. People that should be treating you right treat you so fucking wrong. And people that maybe should, that you think, hey, this motherfucker gonna treat me wrong or this or that, because you never deserve to be treated wrong. But people that you think, hey, these motherfuckers really gonna try to fuck me over, get over, they wind up treating you better than motherfuckers that should be treating you right. And you wonder why. Why is this? What type of mind fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? These motherfuckers is treating me good as gold, and I know they don't give a fuck about me. And these motherfuckers over here that give a fuck about me is treating me like trash. The fuck is going on? That's because the dynamic is either you don't know or they don't know your worth. Either you don't know or they don't know your worth. These people over here, they might not give two shits about you, but they know your fucking worth. That's why they treating you accordingly. But these folks over here, they don't understand why the people over there treat you good, even though like they jealous. They hating on you. They know your worth. They're like, fuck you. Da, 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 I got that. It's always a, and even if they don't see what the people on this side doing for you, it's just you in this middle area. You're in this middle area. This middle area is a spot where you don't really belong. You belong in a space, an area. You don't belong to these people. You more so belong to those, to the ones that's doing for you, even though they really, you know what I mean? But you got to pick your own area. You know what I mean? Sometimes your area is above that. Sometimes your area is above that. Sometimes your area is above where you at right now. Sometimes your area is way back here, way behind the scenes, where a motherfucker can't see you operating, moving shit around. Maybe your space is right here up on the fucking camera, where a motherfucker look you right in the eyes, see, talk to you, you know what I mean? Like you're a real fucking person. You know what I mean? But you have to pick your space and you can't let nobody move you out your space. Your environment, the people around you, the jobs that we do, all of this shit. They want to move you out your space, get you out of your own comfort zone. If you manage to get there, some of us never even manage to get in our own comfort zone, or we get comfortable with being a person that's not even us. So is that your comfort zone, or is that somebody else's comfort that you're living in? My bad. You may be living in somebody else's comfort if you're not comfortable yourself. If you find yourself wanting to be who you can't be because who you naturally are is the face that people will shun or not like, or people are gonna look at you different because you're different. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You put up a certain facade because you live a certain life. You live in a certain atmosphere and this and that. It is what it is. We all are who we are at the end of the day. But just, you know, be true to thy, be true to thy, be true to thine self, right? Alistair Crowley said, do what thy wilt. The Sonic Order say, I am that I am. You know? Pusha T said, if you know, you know. Hey man, this real shit though, man. I just can't wait to just be able to coast, man. Be able to coast. I worked all my fucking life. 38. I deserve to fucking retire. Not no bullshit retirement. After all the shit that I've been through, after all the shit that I recognize and witness, I had to go through, you know, without any fucking help. It's like, yeah, pretty much when everything settles, not gonna get too much in details with you newsy motherfuckers on here. You know what I mean? I love you for watching, I love you for participating and whatever the fuck, but yeah, whenever, my shit settles, all I want to do is set up my fucking studio and continue to do exactly what the fuck I've been doing. Because my course is not going to change. My journey in life is not going to change based upon what the government wants, people wants, a friend want, a motherfucker that I'm working for want, this or that. My situation, my journey, my goal, my mission in life is not going to change because of what the world that wants from me, right? What people want from me in the world. The creator rewards you, and I learned this from a good friend of mine. The creator rewards you when you do right, whether it look wrong to anybody else or not. As long as you live in your mission and you doing what you're supposed to do here on this earth, right? Because you're on a journey of discovery. That's why we had these eyes, so we could observe and find shit out and discover. Just like Moses, just like every other great prophet that stood against tyrants, tyrannical governments, and such orders of this, right? Um, God rewards you, you know, you get rewarded, you know. So me standing up to the tyrants that were in my life for so fucking long and me not realizing it, um, you know, I have to reap my reward. I have to, tell my story, let my truth be known, let a lot of y'all truths be known, and just continue on with that journey, you know. One thing about it is I only found out all this shit because and got this far because I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I ain't never been trying to hurt nobody, man. Once you have children, you don't live for yourself. So to do selfish acts like go out and hurt somebody or hurt yourself and shit like that, and knowing that you got children that's left at home some fucking where, it's like that's selfish. You can't hurt yourself. You can't. The only time you really want to hurt somebody or do some shit like that if they do something that goes, you know what I mean? That shit you got to do. And I don't speak on that type of shit because I don't want to speak nothing into existence. But all I'm gonna say is, I hurt. Only time I hurt a motherfucker is for the right fucking reason. It's the only reason. So if a motherfucker out there, right, know that they deserve to be hurt by me, right, for the right reason that I'm talking of or speaking of, just know your fucking time is coming, right? That's all I got to say. I'm not a person that's going to send out idle threats and all that type of shit. But I'm going to say this. If you're a person out there and you did some unforgivable shit, just understand that, I, you know what I mean? I'm not, I don't even talk about shit like that. But yeah, because I'm more of a, I want to live my life and let others live their life too. But even if it's not done by me, you're going to get what you fucking deserve. You're going to get what you fucking deserve. It's the law. It's natural. It's nature's law. It's the law of the land. It's God law. Eye for an eye. It's called karma, all of that shit. So trust and believe. Your day is coming. You know. And I don't pray for you. You know what I mean? I can say I pray for you, but honestly, it would be probably, you know what I mean? I don't pray for you. I just deal with your shit just like I had to deal with mine. You know what I mean? Deal with y'all shit just like I had to deal with mine. But yeah, man. I don't even know what this episode is gonna be called. I just came on here to talk and just expound on my thoughts and my feelings and what I've been going through, man. You know. Y'all like this shirt? Nice little floral shirt. Man, I'm waiting on a package. You know what I mean? I had to get a new saddlebag. This one got drenched with gasoline and shit. I was doing little odd jobs here and there just to keep a little bit of change in my pocket. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Um, I'm noticing that I need to spend my time, my days, my time doing things that's more me oriented. I have to pay attention to me more. You know what I mean? Not just me, my children as well. I got to make sure that so many things on so many fucking different levels of my life in different areas is covered. And I really don't have time to bullshit or play around with anybody or anything or try to, you know, even though you want to, because you meet some interesting people. I'm not gonna lie. I've met some very fucking interesting people, to say the least. Um, some of them they true colors shown way more quicker than others, and some people you got to get involved with a little bit and get to know them until you understand. Okay, now I see who you are. You know what I mean? You run into people that you would love to journey in life with, or just you know what I mean. Just have them there as a friend, but then you realize that honestly, we get to this age, right? Like I said earlier, I'm 30 fucking 8, right? Nobody gets to this age, right? Nobody goes through life in this age, right? And get to this age. Nobody goes through life and get to this age without having some mental, something fucked up with them. Something's going on with them, right? All of us, right? All of us got something going on with us. So you might meet a person and you gravitate towards them and it's genuine and you feel like everything is good, but you got to realize the person done been through some shit. So, you know what I mean? Just be careful who you meet and who you trying to get close to and shit like that because, yeah, yeah, whole world is a motherfucking masquerade. Telling you, shit just bonkers out here, man. I'm just trying to protect my energy, protect my peace. And I got to start, you know what I mean, to be honest with you because once a person knows, like, okay, I'm also noticing this. Your vices, people use your vices against you. People use your vices against you if they know you. Because I mean, I tried it too. I mean, don't get me wrong. If a person know that you have a vice, they'll try to use that vice to hook you in, to get you. You know what I mean, or whatever. You like, hold on, no, no. You know what I mean. So pretty much, I'm just like I said. When I said I'm reverting back to my introvert, my inner introvert, who I really am. You know what I mean. I'm getting back to that. Like to be honest with you, like I'm gonna be so fucking personal, but not personal at the same time. Because I'm still a people person, but I'm really not entertaining nobody anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, and it's hard in my situation because, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not going to, divulge too much, but yeah, I'm in a fucking, you know what I mean. I'm in a tough spot because I'm forced to be around people at all times. It's not like I got my own spot or penthouse somewhere that I'm sliding to and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm around motherfuckers 24/7. You know what I mean? I got to steal my own slice of solitude. Like right here, this is still in my own slice of solitude, but I know that there's a person to the right of me and to the left of me somewhere, even behind me. You know what I mean? Somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's not really my solitude. It's just a little slice of whatever. But yeah, man, it's hard to create when you got somebody. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? It's funny. This shit's funny. I was downtown. I'm sitting up there recording. I'm recording something. I swear I'm by myself. I'm recording something. This fucking dude walked past me singing what I was singing in my ear, like walked past singing what I was singing, and I punched him a little bit in his face. I didn't even mean for this shit. It just connected a little bit. It was a reflex because he came up and I hit a note, and he hit the note like as he was walking past in my ear though, like trying to be funny, I guess. And it startled me. I was like, and he hit the note, and I was like, bat, and I caught him a little bit, like, yo, man, what the fuck, like, why is you? And I just caught him a little bit, like, why is you doing that shit? Like, I had to turn around a little bit. It was just natural instinct. I caught him just a little bit. You know what I mean? I ain't punch him hard where, you know what I mean, the motherfucker, you know what I mean? It was just like a little soft little, like, it was just like you know, like a quick little light, very, very light jab. It was a feel. That's what it was. It wasn't a push, it wasn't a punch, it wasn't nothing. It was just a quick feel. He felt these fucking knuckles on his chin. That's what I did to him. I let him feel my knuckles on his chin. I mean, like, yo, what the fuck was that? Because he did some violating shit. Let me tell you motherfuckers something. Right? I want to say this right here. This is a public service announcement to you motherfuckers out here. If you see somebody in a creative space and they're creating something, they're whatever the fuck they doing, leave them the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone, seriously. Because what I'm noticing is, and I feel this shit too, a motherfucker will kill you if you interrupt them while they creating something, especially if they creating something to try to better their life, better their family life, get them out of a fucked up situation. Motherfucker will hurt you if you interrupt them while they creating something. So if you find a motherfucker and you see him sitting there writing on his computer, whatever it is, and he doing this thing, see a motherfucker over there studying their books, trying to pass that test, or hit that exam up or whatever it is, to further their life or better their situation. If you see a motherfucker singing and he over there recording or some shit like that, leave him the fuck alone. Stop bothering people while they trying to do something. Like if you see somebody in the middle, like, all right, that's another thing I don't understand. Cause I like to sing, right? I like to sing. You might see me just walking down the street listening to music, singing, right? I love other artists and shit, like, right? Listening to other artists, right? Latest Jelly Roll. I've been listening to Jelly Roll like a motherfucker. And Louis Capabella. You know what I mean? He got some beautiful music. But I digress. Anyway, if I'm singing music, right, and I got the earbuds in and I'm singing my song or whatever, why the fuck is you coming over to me talking to me? Like, I'm clearly in my music, in my song, but you purposely wanted to come over and just, hey man, hey, hey, hey. Like that's the rudest shit in the world. You know what I mean? That's like me seeing you clip your toenails, and now I'm just gonna come over there and tap you on the leg. Hey, but like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? I'm clipping my toenails right now, bro. It's like me seeing you watching your show or your TV on your phone, right? And then coming over and saying, "Yo, could I borrow your phone? Could I see your phone real quick? You using your phone?" That's the same shit. Niggas ignorant as shit. They'll see you doing anything and they'll interrupt that shit. But I'm gonna tell you one thing y'all need to stop doing. Stop interrupting them niggas when they willing them bikes, and stop interrupting niggas when they trying to create something. Seriously, stop that shit. Doing a podcast, motherfucker come around, want to float around the back of you and shit like that. I ain't had no shit like that as of lately, but I had. Like right now, I got somebody watching me over here in the car. I'm, you know what I mean, doing my little podcast thing. They probably like, what the fuck is he doing over here? I don't give a fuck because I'm doing my thing. And that's just what I was saying. When you see somebody creating something, leave them in a creative space and leave them alone. And mind your fucking business. That's all you can really do is mind your fucking business and let them continue to create. But that's about all for this episode of God Concept Podcast. Hey, they really watching me too like a motherfucker. They watching me like a chicken hawk. God damn. Like a fucking chicken hawk. They must work in this building behind me or something. Ain't none of my business. I don't give a fuck. Public space. Yeah. Yeah, man. What time is how long I've been on it? 33 minutes? That's a great time. Well, listen, this has been my episode of God Concept Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for reading the books, listening to the music, and checking out the podcast. Woo. That was some nigga shit right there. Listen, I'm gonna catch y'all again in a future episode. Y'all stay safe out there and keep doing y'all thing. Peace. Like